Hey everybody, clearing, my little tiny crystal clearing today. All right, let's get into it. So this deck fell on the ground and exploded everywhere in personal readings today. So I haven't used it, but I picked it up and then I was just minding my own business, doing my daily things, and suddenly all these questions to ask DM started coming in. So I've got a few here and we're just gonna dive in and have this very unusual reading compared to the usual things that we focus on here. Okay, so thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the collective that joins me here? What are the answers to these questions that have come through for the divine masculines today? So, one more shuffle. All right, let's get it. So, first question is, are you afraid regarding this connection? So let's ask that. DMs, are you afraid? Ooh. So this actually fell in the upright. This is the leap of faith, and it actually leapt out of the jump. So it's like, or out of the deck. So this is telling me they're not really afraid. They're waiting for the right time. They are, ready to take the leap. So that it's not really fear that they are dealing with. Let's see what they would say about that. I'm ready, the Fool. How could you get even clearer than that? So two different decks, and I want a fresh start with you. So that came out in the inverse, same color as this Fool card, the green there, and that did the flippy fluffy. So that, they're waiting for this fresh start. They're poised. I'm just gonna leave that there with that information so far. So, okay, the next question is, are you asking for, or are you planning a surprise, DMs? What can we see about, are you planning a surprise? Do you have a plan? Are you planning something over there, DMs? Okay, so more than meets the eye. There is some humility grounding, some devil energies being overcome. Again, this can be waiting before coming forward, freeing themselves from certain thoughts, rules, regulations, traditions, and also about the second chance, like coming back around, missed opportunities in the past. So are you planning a surprise? We do get this internal tower. So in the silence over there, it's not so much a surprise as a general rethinking of the way things have played out so far. So it's just assessment is going on over there. So what would the DM say to the DFs? Wow, we get the tower again. We just had the Fool to clarify the Fool, and we got the Tower to clarify the Tower. I sometimes wonder if you care. So with this energy of freeing themselves from the idea that they didn't take you up on this opportunity from the beginning, they are working out how you could still care, or how that could be seen in a way that doesn't require them to be concerned that you might not fully ever trust them again. Let me have you. So they want you to wholeheartedly embrace them. They don't want to have to convince you. So they're really going through mindset shift here with the Eight of Swords in the inverse. So the surprise is they've been going under this transformation, that everything in their lives has been shifting and changing because of this connection, and you will see a different version. They don't want to have to convince you. So actions speaking louder than words, or seeing the transformation for what it is rather than empty words is what I'm hearing. Okay, so the surprise is they've been doing the work. They've been changing. They've been transforming. And that they are mustering the how to articulate this, because they are ready. I think it's just a matter of how to word it is what I'm getting there. Okay, so the next question is, are you hurt about anything in this connection? Do you have any hurt over this connection in any way? Just the emotions, the cracking open of emotions. This is the King of Cups, which when it's in the inverse, it's like the floodgates opening. So it feels like a purification. If these masculines are crying it out, it's because they weren't at liberty to take you up on this opportunity at the beginning. So much. Look at how far we've all grown since we started these journeys. So yeah, it's a little overwhelming with the emotion to shed. All of those defeatist emotions have to be let go of in this process of coming back in. What can we see for how the masculines would say? Words do hurt. So yeah, they don't want to just say the words. They want to actually back it up with the proof in the pudding, is what I just heard. Okay. What is your focus at this time, masculines? What are you focused on? Oh, making everything perfect, bringing everything to completion that's not coming forward, tying it up in a bow, completely getting ready, dotting I's, crossing T's. What would you say to the feminines about this? I don't want anything in the world to hold me back. Just heard. I hope you'll wait for me. So yeah, they have to trust the process, but some of them could be tempted to be in a panic here. There's a lot of purging, like reality unfolding before their very eyes. It feels as though they've been wishing for things to get to this stage, and now that it's getting to this stage, the wait is almost over. Like they are ready. They see the end in sight. Light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, do you want to communicate to your DF at this time? I just saw 717. That number was, I think I saw that in yesterday's reading. Do you want to communicate at this time? Wow. The High Priest, and this is, open beaked. This is communication, but I'm getting that this is higher guidance. So feminines, it's very, very advised to go to higher power, to the divine, to source energy for any messages. This is the key to union, is you're getting your intel from the divine, and that's what ministers to your heart. That's what informs you. That's the truth you run by or roll out your life by. And these masculines are saying, don't look to me for those answers. Get your own fail-safe by knowing firsthand with divine guidance what is truth, what is real, what is right, what is love. Don't look to me. Look to your connection to source so that we check each other. We have the opportunity to be two masters here. Do you want to communicate? Nothing but love. But there are these epiphanies about these cycles. The Hanged One is kind of when the universe puts us in a headlock and we don't know how to move it forward. We can't force it to move forward. But when we have a perspective shift, like these eyes binging open, this is where we see the light. So on the neutral here, there's always been love, but it's been divine timing. It's been this divine orchestration. So it's not about your masculine not wanting to communicate. They're going with the flow. They're closing out these cycles. They're processing their emotions. They're undergoing this transformation. They're having this internal restructuring. They're assessing the past opportunities, missed opportunities, and forgiving themselves because it's going to be worth the wait. It's going to be better than ever. There's more going on than the 3D. And this is the humble strength. The devil energies want to say, see, it was all in your head. See, it's not going to work. See, it's ridiculous. You're crazy. But that's not the case. So these masculines are undergoing that, and they want you to be getting your intel from the divine as well, not worried so much about them. Trust the love. What would they say to you about this, about communication at this time, about going to source, about tapping into your own connection to spirit? Can we see? What do you want? So you're meant to be really looking at what is in the highest and best at this time for you. Focus on yourself. Focus on coming into alignment with your highest timelines, feminines. Okay, what would these masculines say if they could say anything in this moment? Steps in the process. I just heard it's not like it's 10 feet of snow both ways uphill to school. This is more neutral. It's like I'm starting to flow with things. I'm starting to drop the resistance for the things that matter, and I'm here for it. It's like a I'm here for it energy. So I'm still here, baby. Don't worry, is also what I heard. Okay, what can we see for what they would say? It's all light. It's all light. Okay, so stay light. Stay in high frequency. Don't lament the lack of communication right now. And how do you feel about your DF right now, DMs? What? Yeah, telepathic. Yeah, trust your heart. You know the love. This is the High Priestess. As above, so below. We had the High Priest and then this inner assessment of be still and know, feminine. So they are saying, be still and know. You say you love me, then love me. How do you feel about your DF? It's like, if you don't feel it, maybe I'm not your DM. Feel it, feel it. And, woo! King of Wands, Divine Masculine, sending out this telepathic. So these masculines have become very conscious of their telepathic connection with you, feminines. So pick up what they're throwing down and just feel the love. Know that it is there. How do you feel about it? Listen to your heart. Trust. Feel that deep within, because these masculines are harnessing their spiritual connection and they are pointing the DFs at connection to source right now. But there is nothing to worry about here is what we're seeing. And from this deck, how would they word this? Another neutral card, Ace of Pentacles. Just wish things were different. So they're becoming neutral about the things that they wish they could have changed. They're making peace with that in order to offer this new beginning, which needs to happen before they can come forward completely wholehearted with no regrets, nothing lingering like that, with everything complete. They are the time masters of these connections because they cannot come forward divinely ordained, backed, if there are loose ends or strings attached elsewhere. This has to be righteous. And so they cannot come forward until it's right and perfect to do so. It's not about rejecting you, feminines. How beautiful. Okay, let's get one more card for everyone joining us here. Sensitivity. Yeah, so if you can feel the sensitivity in these messages, that it's such a finessed, nuanced, ever-present, permeating love. Separation is an illusion. The energy we're talking about here is unified, isn't it? Sensitivity helps us to open to the world of subtlety and detail while anchoring in a structural foundation, thus supporting us to become more fully multidimensional. There is a structural foundation being anchored, and these masculines are seeing this form. This is why they're not coming forward until it's forged in this rite of passage through the fire. All right, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.